Hello. How are you doing? Okay. I don't know what I'm doing. So hello, have a speed paint. I made a speed paint, yeah, it's of, Diane and Robin in the Avatar world, and Robin is, having a blast, and, Diane is like, I'm going to die today. So yeah. So I put out a poll the other day of what you guys want to hear a story of, and school stories. Wow. Okay. School stories and first tattoo experience seem to be the most, oh my god, I cannot speak today. Those are the most popular ones, and because the only school story I can think of is running to a gas station between class, we're gonna go with first tattoo experience because I can't think of anything else apparently. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a tattoo. I have 2 tattoos actually. So, the first one I got it in, I think it was early November or late October, I can't remember. And it was more of a decision, like I was watching Ink Master and I was like, oh, I want to get a tattoo. And then I was like to Mom, can I get a tattoo? And she's like, you do whatever you want, I don't care. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna go get a tattoo. So literally the next day I texted this guy and I was like, I want to go get a tattoo. And he's like, alright, well, I have an appointment open if you want to get it this Friday. So I took that appointment, and 4 days later I went to go get my tattoo. And at the time I was in university, so I was out in a different city, like 40 minutes away from home. So I had to come home after school. I get home and I'm like all nervous because it's first tattoo, and I've always wanted a tattoo, but I was always like, oh no, I can't do it. I would never enjoy it. Like, I don't need it. I'll hate it in the future kind of thing. So my nerves were wrecked because I was so excited. I was planning on like asking the guy about how the industry works and everything because I wanted to do this as a job. So I get home and I wait because the appointment was at like 4:30 or something, and I had to wait once I got home. And then he's like, no, you gotta wait because this appointment's taking me a bit long and I need you to come at like 5 instead. So I had to wait longer, and then finally I got to go. And Mom drove me because I didn't know how I was gonna handle it, because you hear all these stories of like people passing out, and I was like, yeah, I don't want to drive myself home if I'm not feeling good. So I get there and I walk in the shop, and the first thing I see is cash only, and I'm like, oh shoot, because I had my debit card and I did not have cash, especially $100 in cash, because that's what it cost me. So the guy comes out and he's like, hey, you're the one who wanted the tattoo. And I'm like, yeah, that's me. Is it cash only? And he's like, yeah, it is. I'm like, shoot, I only have a debit card. And he's like, well, there's an ATM down the road, you can go there. And I was like, yeah, I'll go do that. And he's like, no, you can wait. We'll get the tattoo done and then you can go get it. And I was like, that's some serious trust, but okay, man. So I had to wait a bit longer for him to like prep the stuff, and finally he put it on my wrist, and I got a open fire symbol, or as some people know it as like an eating disorder symbol or a recovery symbol or something like that on my wrist. And so we started tattooing, and it was not as painful as I thought it would be. I really thought it was gonna hurt. It just felt funny because he was like, he'd put the needle in, and then I'd be like, oh, that's not that bad, but why is it going deeper? Why is it just but it wasn't that bad for pain wise, especially on the wrist. And so it was all going fine and dandy, and then he finishes the outline, and then he just has to like pack the color in, or the black, I guess. And I start feeling kind of like woozy, like I'm gonna pass out. I was like, oh man, dude, I gotta just take a break here for a second because I'm gonna pass out. And he's like, oh yeah, sure, that's fine, whatever, we deal with this all the time. And I remember the guy in the back of me who was getting like what looked to be like a sleeve tattoo. He's like, oh man, it's a new beginner, the first tattoo blues. And I was like, yeah, that's me. And so I ended up sitting there feeling like I was gonna pass out, overheating, and the guy had to bring a trash can over because I was like, holy crap, I'm actually going to vomit. But I was fine, I made it through, and then he finished the tattoo, and by the end of it, when he was finishing it, I was like, oh my god, I'm gonna pass out again, but we're holding on. I was determined to get it done. So he finishes it, and I was really happy with it, and then I went home. Well, I paid the guy, and then I went home, and then I just kept staring at it because I was like, holy crap, I cannot believe I did this, but it's there. It hurt to move my arm for a little bit. I wanted to draw when I got home, but I couldn't because it hurt to move my arm. Yeah. But since then it healed up nicely, and it's a nice tattoo, and I still really like it, and I'm glad it's on me. I think I still have some spare time to talk, so I have a second tattoo. Well, technically I have 3, but one is faded because it was a derpy little smiley face I did by accident on my arm, but we won't talk about that. So the second tattoo I have is one I did myself, because I can. I impulsively bought a tattoo machine in November, and I was like, this is the best thing I ever did. So I was practicing tattooing from November to December, and then on Christmas I got all the supplies to do it like properly so that nothing gets infected and nothing gets dirty or contaminated. So on Christmas, as my Christmas gift to myself, I tattooed a rose on my thigh, because why not? Logic. So I did that, and it needs some touching up because I was literally shaking because I was like, oh my god, I cannot believe I'm being this much of an idiot right now. But I did it, and I should fix it up because I did the shading wrong, because I thought shading you went in circular motions, but you do not do that. You go in whip motions. I don't know how else to express that one. So I gotta fix it up because also some of the lines are in and out because I was shaking so bad I couldn't hold it steadily, and I kept going in and out of the skin. But next week, or possibly the week after, I'm getting color ink, and guess who's gonna tattoo themselves again? So I obviously never learned the first time. So yeah, that's my first tattoo experience and stuff. I hope you guys liked the video, and I'm hoping I didn't ramble on for too long because this is almost going to be 8 minutes, but, you know, enjoy. I hope you guys enjoy this, and if you want more like this, please let me know, and feel free to check out the links in the description. Like, comment, subscribe, check out my comics or Patreon or something, and yeah, I will see you guys in the next video.